Subscribe to the William Pace Show YouTube channel. Be sure to click the bell and give us the thumbs up. Thank you.
The William Pace Show through the years has been a beacon of light in the Midwest, taking you to such destinations as the Navy Pier, the Palmer Hilton Palace Hotel, the German Village, the Showboat Majestic Theatre, the Ohio Village, and the Krohn Conservatory. There's always something cooking in the kitchen on the William Pace Show. Some of the biggest stars, entertainers, and political figures like B.B. King, Jimmy Walker, Bob Carlisle, Patti Austin, Mr. T, Whitley Phibbs, and Congressman Tony Hall have appeared on the William Pace Show. Now, without further ado, we proudly present the William Pace Show on CATV, coming to you from the heart of the Midwest. The William Pace Show, asking the questions you want to ask, getting the answers everyone wants to know. It's a new season of the William Pace Show. We're raising the bar with more commitment to educate, inform, encourage, inspire, empower, and help you have your best life. Everyone deserves to have their best life. I'm just staying the course. Here we go.
Good evening, I'm William Pace. Thanks for tuning us in tonight. Tonight, my guest will be Valita Jenkins. She is the founder of a wonderful program called Family Adventure Trips, or FAT for short. This program organizes educational excursion for children and their parents. Tonight, we'll talk about how this program works. Then, we'll pay a visit to Feller's Greenhouse and take a look at the wonderful plants and flowers they have available there. And at the end of the show, we'll also have a wonderful inspirational moment. Be sure to stop by Dayton Van at 8500 North Main Street and purchase your tickets to win a beautiful acoustic guitar. Proceeds will go to the William Pace Happy Holiday Fund to purchase toys for children right here in the Miami Valley. So stop in at Dayton Van and help us out, please. Purchase tickets for just $1 and you could be the lucky winner of a beautiful acoustic guitar. Also, let me encourage you to check out our new website, williampace.com. There you can find out information about the show, a calendar of upcoming episodes, find out about upcoming concerts, and much, much more. And as always, I encourage you to write to me, to write to the William Pace Show. Email us at williampaceshow@aol.com. If your email is chosen to be read on the air, you'll receive a gift from the William Pace Show. Coming up next, a conversation with Valita Jenkins. Stay with us. Good evening, I'm William Pace. Thanks so much for tuning us in tonight. We have Valita Jenkins with us tonight. She's my guest, and she's with Family Adventure Trips. That sounds like a fascinating organization and topic. Family Adventure Trips.
Yes.
How did you come up with that idea, that concept?
Well, I came up with the concept when myself and another colleague, I'm a school teacher, we were tutoring some young people at the Linden Center, and the child wasn't comprehending the lesson. And we were talking about the Wright brothers. Mm-hmm. And I was asking him if he could understand the point of view, what the author was talking about. Well, he just didn't get it. He said he had to actually see what I was talking about.
I see.
So we took a trip over to the Wright Brothers bicycle shop, and to make a long story short, we took the group of kids, and when I saw the excitement and the amazement on the young children's faces as they were looking at the mannequins of Orville and Wilbur Wright and the machinery that they actually worked on and the building that they actually worked in, and then the tram bikes, you know, it sparked an idea in my head. And I said, well, you know what, this is so fascinating. Children learn in different ways. So I decided to take learning beyond the classroom.
That is an interesting concept.
Yes, and it's a lot of fun.
Have you found that the children learn more as a result of that?
Oh, definitely. They learn more for a lot of different reasons. One is they have hands-on experience. They're being active in their educational journey,
Oh, I see.
And then the parents also come along with the students, with their children. So the parents play an integral role in this new mode of education, learning beyond the classroom. And a child has to be accompanied by their parent. And the parents, they love it too because they get to get out. I love it because I get to go out with my son. I learn different things. And it's also an opportunity to bond with your family.
So it's really accomplishing several goals, really.
Yes, it is.
Better relations within the family, learning right there, hands-on experience kind of learning versus the classroom. Tell me, what types of trips do you go on?
Well, we have a variety of trips. All of our trips are educational and family bonding. I will only visit facilities that caters to the family. There is no place that we will go that a child cannot be welcome to come with their parents.
Okay, so it's dual,
Yes.
so to speak.
Yes. We've been to the museums, the zoos, COSI, Newport Aquarium, job site visits, college tours, anything that's educational. One of our bigger trips was we had over 100 people, and they were so excited, and I was excited too. We went to go see Michael Jordan before he retired at Conseco Fieldhouse. So you could imagine the excitement on the young people's faces when they had the opportunity to actually see a real live NBA game.
And it probably inspired them to maybe follow the footsteps of Michael Jordan too.
Well, perhaps for those who want to be athletes. But, our kids, they have to actually see
it
things.
to be able to comprehend it.
Yes.
And then once they've comprehended, then they can actually know it
Yes.
for a fact. Tell me, what places do the kids like to go best?
Well, they like to go to the Newport Aquarium. That's one.
With the sharks.
With the sharks.
And,
When I went to when I started FAT, that was my first time going to a lot of these places. And
even as an adult?
Even as an adult, I hadn't been to a lot of these places. When my son would go on his field trips with his school, he would always come home and say, "You missed it. You missed it. You should have seen this at COSI. You should have seen it." And I'm like, wow, I have to work.
You have to work.
I had to work, so that's why I planned my trips on weekends.
Oh, okay. So there's no excuses from the parents
Exactly.
that they've got to work or anything like that.
I want to make it convenient for the parents. We have our trips planned on weekends, holidays, school intercessions, the summertime. I want to make it so that, the majority of parents will be able to participate.
Great. What places do the adults like to go to?
Oh, well, before our trip ends, we ride on charter coach buses. So there's a restroom on the bus, and then the parents, will have the opportunity to relax. And I would always ask the parents, give me some idea as to where you would like to go. And the number one place, can you guess, Mr. Pace, that most parents say they want to go to visit?
I don't know. Would it be baseball or a sports event?
No. These are ladies, and I'm
Okay,
anxious to
ladies.
get there myself.
What could
Since
it be?
Chicago.
Okay, I've been to Chicago now. Oprah? Oprah.
Yes.
Oprah.
Yes,
There you
yes.
go. Have you been to Oprah?
Well, I've been in her studio before, years ago.
Okay.
Yes, and that was very exciting. But I've never, of course, been on her show. Most of my parents, when I pass out the survey and ask them, now you tell me, where do you want to go? They put down Oprah, and I said, no, you guys know I can't get to Oprah by myself.
You never know. You can call up Harpo Studios and say that you are working with this organization, FAT, Family Adventures for Trips, and that they might be able to arrange something.
Well, I'm hoping. I'm keeping my fingers crossed because I have been, trying to contact Oprah consistently, emailing and writing and letters. So when I get the parents behind me, perhaps we can make that FAT trip up to Chicago. Maybe you can go with us.
It's a deal.
Okay.
It's a deal. Tell me, besides going to the Harpo Studios as a future goal, what are some of the other goals that you have?
Well, some of my other goals are we're just implementing curriculum into some of the colleges, the junior colleges, the high schools, taking children on job site visits, okay? And also taking them on college tours. Because for me, everything has to be educational. You know, I just want to sit back and I want to see that light turn on in a child's, you know, mind and say, you know, when they experience that aha phenomenon,
Okay.
I want them to say, oh, I want them to go beyond their communities and realize that there are so many different cultures, so many different experiences that you need to take advantage of.
That is really terrific. We have to take a break right now, but we'll be back. I'm eager to learn more about FAT, F-A-T.
Yes.
There's more to come on the William Pace Show. Stay with us.
The William Pace Show through the years has been a beacon of light in the Midwest, taking you to such destinations as the Navy Pier, the Palmer Hilton Palace Hotel, the German Village, the Showboat Majestic Theatre, the Ohio Village, and the Krohn Conservatory. There's always something cooking in the kitchen on the William Pace Show. Some of the biggest stars, entertainers, and political figures like B.B. King, Jimmy Walker, Bob Carlisle, Patti Austin, Mr. T, Whitley Phibbs, and Congressman Tony Hall have appeared on the William Pace Show. Now, without further ado, we proudly present the William Pace Show on CATV, coming to you from the heart of the Midwest.
Subscribe to the William Pace Show YouTube channel. Be sure to click the bell and give us the thumbs up. Thank you.
Good evening, I'm William Pace. Thanks so much for tuning us in. My guest is Patti Jenkins, and we're talking about a very fascinating subject tonight, taking children from the classroom to locations, to field trips, to help them to learn quicker about various topics and subjects. We were talking before we went to break about the future goals. Tell me some more. Do you have any more future goals for FAT? Let's talk a little bit about FAT. Tell the viewers again what that means. It doesn't mean heavy or big or anything like that.
No way. Fat, I love the word fat because for me, fat is good. Because I'm not talking about fat in the physical sense.
In the physical sense.
Not at all. And that's why I don't mind when people see me. I even encourage people to call me the fat lady. Because for me, it represents growth, educational growth, intellectual growth. It represents family bonding growth.
So you're giving the word fat a new connotation,
a new concept,
positive connotation.
You know, like the P-H-A-T-T, but ours is the F-A-T with the positive connotation to it.
And tell the viewers what FAT means once again.
It stands for Family Adventure Trips.
Okay. And how has the community responded to FAT?
Oh, the community loves the concept. There hasn't been one person that I have spoken with who have not said, I am so glad that you started FAT. Because, you know, a lot of parents are in situations where they just can't, you know, just pack up. They're busy people. People work. People have situations in their lives where they're just not able to just pack up and go, you know, just get on the highway and just go. So I've taken all of that out of your hands.
Burden off of them.
Just take it off. The only thing you have to do is call, make a reservation for your family. I always want to know who's on my bus. So we're family for the day. We look out for each other for that day. We make friends. You know, friendships have been formed. And the great thing about FAT is I realized one day when I was looking on the bus, and I like meeting people because I'm a social person, it has evolved into more than just a trip, Mr. Pace.
Wow.
It has evolved into people building friendships, meeting people from different backgrounds, parents getting together, talking about their children in school, people even praying on the bus, which is great because I put God
like a gathering.
first. It's a gathering, and it's very positive. There's no smoking, no drinking. I don't do that, never have, never will. So we have to be positive role models for our children.
For the children. That is a key point. And I want to ask you, what can we do to instill more self-esteem into children?
Expose our children to things. You know, let them know that there is a world beyond their community. Let them experience it. And then just let them know that you love them on a daily basis.
Yeah, that's the key thing. It really is.
Stay involved in their lives.
How can a person get in contact with FAT?
Well, a person can contact FAT by calling 836-1302, and that's Family Adventure Trips. And we will be happy to have families to join us because we have big, fat fun. We go on our fun.
I love it. Big, fat fun. Tell me, and I know like most organizations, they're always looking for a source of funding.
Yes.
And so what is your source of funding?
Well, we accept, we're nonprofit, and we accept sponsorships. We're always looking for people to sponsor a group of young people to go on trips. We're always looking for volunteers to go on some of our trips.
Tell me, what kind of volunteers are you looking for?
Well, mostly
mothers or fathers or parents?
Parents who are very interested in, the educational growth of young people.
Say there's someone watching right now and say that they are single and they might want to be a volunteer. Would they be welcome?
Oh, sure.
Okay. And they would just contact you, and then you would make arrangements for them possibly to be a volunteer then?
Yes, and let them know in what capacity FAT could use them. We're definitely always, of course, welcoming sponsors. I believe in giving back to the community. I believe that, we should allow our children, or just children in general, to see things that we have perhaps experienced. So when I talk to business people, I express to them, you just never know what one trip could do for the life of a child. So we're always, welcoming sponsors.
A person could be like a sponsor of a businessman that has a business of something like that, or it could be an individual who would say, hey, I just want to, they may not have a business, but I just want to sponsor a group of kids to go to Cedar Point or go to the Cincinnati Zoo.
Yes.
And what kind of money are we talking about for sponsorship in the ballpark? 500,000?
Well, it varies because there are
people just can send any kind of money.
They could just send any kind. Any
Whether
kind
they
is
can-
acceptable.
And
Yes.
if they can't send a large sum, they could send like maybe $25 or
Yes,
something
they
like
can.
that.
Yes, they can.
And then every dollar would be used to help these children.
Yes.
What other than field trips programs do you offer? Is it primarily just taking children out of the classroom into various locations of learning, or do you offer any other services as well?
Well, right now, since we're relatively new, we just started in last summer.
So you the organization started last summer.
Yes, our first trip started in October. So
Okay.
we've come pretty far since October of last year. Most of my advertisement has been word of mouth. People love the trip so much they tell their friends, and a friend tell a friend, and a friend,
They say that's the best way of
That's the
advertising.
I'm learning. So it's great. It's great.
I want to talk a little bit that you taught for years in the school system,
Yes.
and you decided to leave that.
Well, not totally, but I was so, when that idea came to me, I was so excited about the opportunity to expose young people to different environments that I said, well, let me just step out on faith here and see where this can go.
I love that. Step out on faith. Great
Yes.
things can come when you step out on faith.
You better believe it.
Great things can come. Let me ask you about your family.
Oh, God.
Tell me about your family. Do you have children?
I have one son I love dearly, one 12-year-old son, and he loves FAT because he gets to go everywhere.
So he goes with you.
He goes with me on every trip.
So you're training him to be a volunteer. You're training him to be an employee in the company.
He is.
I see.
I told him that he's the vice president.
Vice president.
And he has to buy into what mommy buys into.
Great.
And he loves it because what kid wouldn't want to go on a trip every weekend just about,
Now, are your trips in the year-round or just in the summertime?
They're
or
year-round.
Year-round.
Because I also plan private trips for, those months when the weather isn't so good, and just year-round trips. But my family, Mr. Pace, I have, are you ready?
Okay.
I have 10 sisters and brothers.
Wow. So you come from a large family.
I come
then.
from a large family.
And do you find that people that come from large families need more
In terms of what?
More in terms of support when they don't have the support from the family? Or do they really, I guess in some families they really do get it then.
Yes, they do.
You know.
I'm so passionate about what I'm doing because I have 8 sisters
Wow.
and 2 brothers.
Wow.
And family is so important.
Well, you know, we're almost at the end of the show today, but I'd like for you to come back another time.
I would be happy to.
And to give us an update on what's going on with FAT, F-A-T, and give us a phone number again for the viewers out there in case they want to call you. I'm sure they will.
Okay.
Please call.
That's 836-1302.
Great. And we can't let you leave without a box of Esther Price Fine Chocolates. It's Dayton's best. Thanks so much for
Well,
coming
thank
on the
you,
show.
Mr.
Thank you.
Pace.
There's more to come on the William Pace Show. Stay with us. Hello, I'm William Pace, and on our business segment tonight, we're at Feller's Greenhouse, and my guest is Tracy Feller. Thank you so much for being on the show. This is simply beautiful, so colorful, and this is like a family establishment. Your parents own this, and you sort of inherited the greenhouse.
Yes, we've been here for 30 years now. My parents retired about 11 years ago and moved to Arizona. Now my wife Diana and son Paul run the business.
Mm-hmm. And why do you think greenhouses are so popular nowadays?
Well, it's really one of the most popular things. It's a real stress reliever to be able to plant flowers and plants in your garden. It's the #1 outdoor activity.
Mm-hmm. And what kind of flowers do you carry?
Really, we carry all the flowers and plants. We have annuals, we have perennials, we have all the annuals from A to Z. We have thousands and thousands of fabulous hanging baskets. We carry all the vegetable plants. We have over 20 kinds of peppers, tomatoes, plants.
Squash?
We have squashes. We carry melons, strawberry plants.
So if you're into gardening, like for flowers, perennials, what perennials are real popular right now?
Well, most really all the perennials, because if you plant perennials, all perennials energize your garden and they keep coming back. And we have hundreds of different varieties of perennials. We have them in a couple of different sized pots, so if you have a small garden or a larger garden, and then you can mix and match with all the different colors that we have.
What makes Feller's so popular compared to some of the other small businesses in this area?
Well, really, we try and we pride ourselves on the personal service, the knowledge of the business, and being here, especially being here for 30 years, you know, we pride ourselves on that. Carry-out service is one of our really big things that we do here. It's really important because the customer, that's our biggest value is the customer, and we think that that's real important.
So service with a personal touch.
Yes.
Now we have to talk a little bit about Mother's Day coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is a place to come for all your Mother's Day gifts,
Yeah.
flowers.
Mother's Day, that's really, you know, mother is most important to me and to the family, and we think that everybody, their mom is, you know, the most important person of all. So, you know, we really pride ourselves on all of our Mother's Day gifts, all the flowers and the plants and all the beautiful hanging baskets that we have.
So if you haven't gotten your Mother's Day present, this is a place to come to, Feller's Greenhouse. And what are people giving to mothers these days for presents? What's the big demand?
Really one of the popular things are the hanging baskets that we have thousands and thousands of, and lots of different varieties and sizes. We have smaller baskets. We even carry moss baskets. We have planters. A lot of people will just buy plants for their mom to put them in their yards and things, or the garden, because you know how popular plants are. Our plants also are something that's going to, you know, last through the season. It's not like cut flowers, but these plants are all going to last through the season for you.
Okay, and I want to ask you about the future of the greenhouse. What plans do you have?
Well, one of the important things, like I said, are the customers. So we just pride ourselves on that and just working on being friendly and nice to the customers, because that's really important to us.
Great. I want to thank you so much for coming on our business segment tonight, and we can't let you go without a little gift, a box of Esther Price Fine Chocolates.
Thank you.
It looks like you could use a few extra pounds here. And so We'll be back in a moment with some closing comments. Stay with us. I'd like to thank my guest, Phillida Jenkins of Family Adventure Trips. If you are interested in their program, you can contact her at 836-1302 or email us at fattrips@aol.com. I'd also like to thank Tracy at Feller's Greenhouse. Their number, once again, is 837-1123. Tonight, I'd like to leave you with an inspirational moment. This is a quote from Norman Vincent Peale, and it comes from the book Commitment to Excellence, published by the Career Press. Become a possibilitarian. No matter how dark things seem to be or actually are, raise your sights and see the possibilities. Always see them, for they're always there. That's our inspirational moment for tonight. Gotta go. I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.
The William Pace Show through the years has been a beacon of light in the Midwest, taking you to such destinations as the Navy Pier, the Palmer Hilton Palace Hotel, the German Village, the Showboat Majestic Theatre, the Ohio Village, and the Krohn Conservatory. There's always something cooking in the kitchen on the William Pace Show. Some of the biggest stars, entertainers, and political figures like B.B. King, Jimmy Walker, Bob Carlisle, Patti Austin, Mr. T, Whitley Phibbs, and Congressman Tony Hall have appeared on the William Pace Show. Now, without further ado, we proudly present the William Pace Show on CATV, coming to you from the heart of the Midwest.
Subscribe to the William Pace Show YouTube channel. Be sure to click the bell and give us the thumbs up. Thank you.